An historic March heat wave continues in parts of the West, and recent studies show the intensity of the heat wave would be virtually impossible without climate change.
Meteorologist Steve Glazier covers climate change for us and spoke with a climate nonprofit to get perspective on what they're seeing here, Steve.
And we oftentimes forget what's happening sometimes in the other part of the country, Amber and Kevin. But I spoke with Climate Central, whose maps are behind me, and they're an independent group of scientists and communicators. And I asked them about the heat wave, and they provide maps like this. It's called the Climate Shift Index, which right now is showing that these temperatures in the four corners are much more likely today due to climate change.
The Southwest has been roasting in all-time March record heat for several days. Meteorologist Shel Winkley with Climate Central says the size and duration of this heat wave stands out most to him.
If you were to run all of the forecast models and all of the climate models and you take out the carbon emissions, you cannot recreate the heat that we're experiencing in the West over the past couple of weeks unless we have that human component.
As a result, snowpack in the West is historically low. This week should be the peak of snowpack, but summer-like temperatures have already melted it away.
Where the snowpack is now for most states is basically where you would expect that snow water equivalent to be by the end of June or into July.
Now, wildfires have already flared up across Nebraska and New Mexico. Nearly 3 times as much acreage is already burned compared to normal at this point in the year. And more western fires increases our likelihood of haze and poor air quality this summer here in Connecticut.
It also turns our summer months that we typically enjoy to be outside into something that's not as enjoyable as they were just, say, a decade ago.
All right, so this heat wave in the West is an example of hot weather in a warming world because these events can be larger, longer lasting, and more intense. And it's early, but this year, 2026, is on pace to be the second hottest year in recorded history. Back over to you.